Hi Collective, welcome to the channel. I'm Crystal, Divine Psychic Medium here, delivering messages to you from the higher realms. So welcome in everyone. So this is going to be a love reading that we are doing with the new Under the Oak Tarot by Lil Scabero. So I found out it's a new deck. Its release date is actually June 2024. So yeah, this is a new deck. So I'm excited to do a reading. I just did a first reading down below, and it was about a sacrifice, right, which was the first initial energy that was coming off when I first handled the deck, because the Six of Wands looks like a sacrifice, right? And I wanted a deck that was showing one of those cards, because definitely there's that strong energy that's surrounded me kind of all my life. So, you know, chosen ones are often sacrificed, you know, from a very young age, first by their families, things like that, because we're born into these very dark, lost families, right? Is really breaking these curses, freeing the bloodlines, you know, and on a soul recovery mission, bringing souls back to the light. So why a lot of us feel black sheep and all of that. But if you feel guided to that reading, down below on the channel, right? So they're having me talk about energy still coming through here, but now we're going to get into a love reading and see what's going on. As I said, let's get into a love reading. The lovers came out, so I definitely know it's going to be a love reading. And now look at what I found on the split. Remember, I was just talking about what guided me to purchasing this deck was the Six of Wands right here. This is that card of sacrifice, right? But see, it's like the little girl's being raised up, right? And it's like you're being elevated, okay? You've broken something. And now this Ten of Pentacles, what's flipping up the top? Four of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. Well, let's start here. So, Ten of Pentacles, this is about legacy, right? And you getting your destiny. What was, they were trying to basically siphon from you. This is what it's like they were trying to take from you, okay? And see, this is what I mean, this Four of Pentacles. If you look here, it kind of looks like a mouse, right? Or a rat. I originally called it as, it looks like a rat in that Four of Pentacles. I feel that there was somebody, it's like they knew that you were, I'm reading this for the chosen. That's how they're presenting it, right? Is that you knew that you were gifted, or they knew that you were gifted. They knew that you were a special child, okay? You could have maybe shown signs of having unusual skills, abilities. They knew that you were divine, right? So I feel they've been holding on to you, kind of controlling your power, your energy, maybe controlling you with woundings. For some of you, it's like you were sacrificed, right, at a young age to break you down, to control you. I really feel your confidence level, something to do with your confidence, right? Some sort of programming. And some of your family members don't even realize that they were taken over by dark forces to do just that, right? People don't realize that they get, that's why you often see the devil puppeteering, right? Devil can have access to anybody that has fear, wounds. Like if you had a, I'm trying to zoom the camera. If you had like a wounded mother or father, or someone that had some sort of trauma or woundings, that's why they could be controlled, especially if they were engaging in activities. I don't know, I just heard psychedelics. Well, for some of you, psychedelics. But, alcohol, drugs, things like that. Yeah. Addictions, right? Okay, so Five of Wands. See, you could have had your entire family that was working against you, sacrificing you. See, this was coming out in that card too. Same energy. And Five of Pentacles. They were putting you in this energy of lack and loss, poverty mindset, abandonment mindset. Okay, I don't want to get too much into that. They're showing me a King of Pentacles here, which is interesting because it's the white snake in this deck, right? For some of you, it was like a father figure. It was into magic. I'm getting like Mason, Warlock energy. okay? This is someone, so for some of you, this was like your father or a father figure, or this could be a masculine that's been placed in your life, right? Because sometimes they turn into going after lovers of ours. It's interesting, I did a reading last week, I believe, where I was talking about, for some of you, there's this entity that was like placed on your bloodlines within your families, but it's like it attacks every single lover you're ever with, okay? And it's like, so it's not even, it's just any of the people that like you were contracted to come with, this spell, this curse, this entity comes through your lovers. So would make sense why I was getting up with like a sabotaged, corrupted twin flame journey for a while. I was picking up on that. It's like for some of you, that's why like divine lovers could have been turned against you, things like that. You might have noticed that maybe you were starting to see. Now, let me slow this down. Maybe some of you are starting to see that your lovers are starting to act similar in a way, but with the magic that they were doing, with the chaos magic that they were doing, like the same sort of violent trauma patterns. Now I know that like if you have like a karmic lover, a karmic lesson to learn, you'll experience that same lesson in multiple lovers. If you don't learn it the first time, you'll find another lover and you'll repeat another cycle or situation, but it's always a little bit different. But this is what I mean, is this is someone where it's like, it's almost like deja vu, where you're just going to be like, wow, I was just going through this exact experience and then now I'm going through it again. It's like you're noticing where it's like you almost feel like they were collaborating. It's almost like but that's what this entity is doing, because it's the entity that's causing them to react in that way. It's almost like you're basically able to see that this entity has been using your lovers. And that's why I said, for some of you, like, reading that, this is someone's like, you know that you need to be with a high vibrational lover, one that's not going to be controlled or whatever, but okay. Or cut out the addictions, things like that. Just like I told the lover that I was with, that like my boyfriend currently, like I told him, like, you can't drink at all with me. You just can't. It's one of those things, like, you have to accept that. You have to give up drinking, because the enemy comes after you if you do, for me. So he's had to completely give up drinking, and those are the problems we've had with the temptations and stuff. I mean, I've talked before about the lying and the betrayal and thing. It's when he goes and sneaks and hides it, right? And then I've got to battle the entity out, and then I got to deal with all that and stuff again. It was like, for some of you, maybe you realize that you can't even hang around with friends, family members, anybody that drinks or does those things, because they get controlled by this entity. It's the Leviathan entity. If you wanted to know, it can look that up. Causes chaos, conflict, destruction. It's like kill, destroy everything. That's what it does. All right, let's keep going. So let's find out more. I'm trying to get into this love story, but whatever's coming out is coming out. All right. I say my readings go together in threes. You should take a look at them that way anyways. Yeah, look, you're definitely coming out this Empress energy with the world. Beautiful. So you became this beautiful Empress amongst all this chaos, conflict. Bane magic is what I got in the last reading. So that's actually what it's called. I feel it's a very ancient magic. Okay, you can look up Bane magic, B-A-N-E, to investigate that more if you want to know more about it. But yeah, High Priestess. So you're very spiritual. So whatever it is it's like this entity was always able to kill and destroy and all sorts of stuff out of fear. But you've let go of fear, my dear. And that's how you've been battling this out. You've actually been battling this out with love. You've broken the curse and the magic, and no longer has a control over you because you don't have fear. So for some of you too, you could have walked away of everybody and everything. You know how hard it is to do that? To walk away from everything and because you knew that this entity was going to go after anything that was of low vibration. So it's also how you broke this curse. Eight of Pentacles. So you've decided to put in the work here. Six of Pentacles, and now you're getting rewarded, and you're getting what is fair, what is owed to you. And it's going to be coming in groves. I don't know what that even means. In groves, I've heard. Because it's like all this magic, like everything, like it's got to be reversed. And that's why the entity is working so hard to not, because it's like this has been going on for generations. And you are the generational curse breaker. So now all that's got to be paid to you. Wealth transfer. That's why I've been hearing wealth transfer so much. Wealth transfer. It's not all that way too. It doesn't always come like in physical cash. It could just come in all sorts of things. Right? It was in the last reading I said too, like, don't always think that like money comes in the form of like physical. It's not always like cash. It's like, say somebody was to offer you like a bunch of cash that you could have here and now, or you could have luck forever, the rest of your life. And then for you, for your family, for your kids, kids, what would you pick? That's what I mean. Luck, abundance, just beauty. There's so much, right? All right, let's find out more. So, and it's because of the payout too that has to happen. And I'm not going to say it can't. For some of you, it could literally be like, yeah, you could go playing, win the lottery, you could keep winning and winning. It's just, it's a whole bunch. Yeah, as I say that, 10 of Pentacles comes out, 9 of Wands. All of those blocks, all of those things. See, they were all within the mind. For some of you, they were controlling you with lack mentality, poverty mindsets, all of that. It was like, it was a major block within your subconscious mind. It was programming. So you know, you could be in the progress right now of deprogramming all of that outdated belief system, right? But to me, this I don't know yet. I haven't said this deck enough yet if this is going to be like that. Yeah, I'm going to take it up as like the entity. And there's multiple eyes. I feel this was multiple people like sabotaging you, filling your mind with things, cutting you down, holding you back, all sorts of things, right? Like, see, like I've had to learn to work against that. It's like my family like has never been supportive, right? My family, my children, anybody. So it's like if I do tell them about a plan or something I have, if they think it's a bad idea, if they're starting to say how I shouldn't do it or telling me all those things, then I use all of those things to tweak and alter on what they say about it, right? The thing, and you know, like the things they really don't like are the things that I do more of, right? It's like, for instance, if my daughter's like, why do you do your wild makeup and your style and all of that? Like, Mom, you need to grow up. I'm just like, I need to embrace that more because it irritates her, right? And, you know, that's me. It irritates her, me being in my authentic, young energy, young self, right? So it's those little things like you're learning how to flip things, transmute things. You're being an alchemist and just an energy, and you're getting out of this stuck energy. And I know it's hard, especially when it's like your entire world, everyone and everything that you've known gets used against you, everything. But you know, that's why not everyone gets the abundant. Like, you're about to be paid for all the things that you've been going through. Like, I'm talking to someone that's been like fighting their entire life, and you don't even know it's about to get all justified for you. All of it. Like, because you did it. You didn't give up. Look at the 6 of Swords. Everything elevated you. You're moving away from those people, those situations, right? You're realizing they're not worthy of you. All right, let's get clarifiers out. Let's clarify this 5 of Wands. 4 of Swords. You're healing from all the magic, all the spell work, everything that they were doing. That's why I was trying to figure out how to figure in this figure here. Because over here, it's like he's doing manipulation and control. But then it's like he's in the center of all of this magic. Maybe this is representing the entity in your family that's been invoking this entity against you. That's how I'm going to first see this. So your family has been invoking this entity on you. It's like you've had monitoring spirits, right? Your family's been just definitely like feeding this entity. 4 of Swords. But you're healing from this. You're healing from all the pain, all the woundings that your family has done. Okay, hold on. Ace of Cups. Look at that love. You have new love coming. Page of Wands. I flipped it right back. Oh my gosh, you're beautiful. All right. All right, let's clarify this 5 of Pentacles. 5 of Swords. 5, 5, 5, baby. We have 3 5s here. I feel like I like to show you. 5, 5, 5. You see them all? I'm hearing tisk tisk. Somebody's wishing they didn't do all of this now. Now that all of this is reversing. Yep. 5, 5, 5. There is major change here. I split the deck on 4 of Wands. That's soul family. I feel you got your soul family coming in. Queen of Wands. This made you stronger too. It's like they're realizing all of this magic that they did. Like it leveled you up. It's kind of like, damn, we did too much. Maybe we shouldn't have done as much. Maybe we shouldn't have broke her as fast, I heard. It's Queen of Wands was talking about. She came right out. So someone's strong fire placements. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or just taking action, charge, and control of your life. 6 of Swords here, moving away. But see, this is an elevation. You moved away, you elevated. That's beautiful. She's blindfolded, right? So it's one of these, like, you walked away, you put up boundaries, even, like, not knowing where you were going, what you were going to do. You still put up those boundaries. You made that change. Fear couldn't hold you back. Clarify King of Pentacles. The Hanged Man, yep. So that's releasing and letting go. For some of you, there was a King of Pentacles figure that maybe you got a new perspective on, some sort of control. It came out with the Fool, or there's this new beginning. More looks like movement away. Loving yourself. For some of you, there was a lover that was affecting your confidence level, focusing on them. They were siphoning your energy. They were pulling on your energy. They were creating chaos and conflict. 1717 on the clock as I say that. Maybe they had to do a lot with this Bane magic. And for a lot of you, like, you need to not demonize that person because it could have been due to the subject of the spell work that was actually happening to them, doing to your family members. So for some of you, your family was in fact putting all of this spell work on a lover, causing them to do all of these things to you. It's like they wouldn't have done that if your family wasn't. So that may allow you to forgive them a little bit. You know, so maybe you're getting a new perspective of them, that they didn't know that they were under spell work and heavy manipulation and control for why they were doing this, due to them having woundings, right? So unless you got together with someone that had no woundings, that wasn't subject to this control, but then for whatever reason that happened, were they just a partier a lot? And do they engage in lower vibrational things? Because whenever you drink, it lowers your vibration, right? So were they just heavily doing those things, right? Lovers is here. So this is definitely a love connection with this King of Pentacles. Let's see what the World card here. So there's a closing out of a cycle or a situation. Maybe it's the control over this. Two of Wands. There's a new pathway here. Because for some of you, like, now that you've broken this curse, this generational spell work, right? You're coming together with star family, soul family, unification, coming into union. Let me see more about this. Tell me about this Empress. What does this have to do with the love connection, though? Page of Cups. See, it's like fresh new love. 9 of Pentacles. 3 of Cups. See, you don't know. There's this celebration of coming together. There's a closing out of a cycle. See, I don't know if this just cycle endings person, what's going on here? Because we've got 2 9s. So there's definitely this closing out. But then there's celebration. 3 of Cups. 2 of Swords. There's a tough decision to make here. Judgment call needs to be made. Clarify this, High Priestess. Hierophant, 2 high spiritual cards. You're coming into spiritual union with someone. Clarify this 8 of Pentacles. Seven of Wands, 8 of Swords. You were trapped and stuck in a situation. You had to create boundaries to stay in this beautiful Queen of Cups energy. Because everything was trying to keep you out of that Queen of Cups energy. Clarify 6 of Pentacles. So yeah, fighting magic with love sets you free. 4 of Pentacles in the Moon. So that's what I mean. You're having to learn how to do things differently. 4 of Pentacles with the Moon. There's illusions and secrets. It's interesting, I said in some of the readings too, is I said your enemy will actually tell on themselves sometimes to create pain by telling you. It's one of those like breaking something and then showing you, look at what I broke, I'm so sorry. But it's like you know that they're going play the game better. Emperor and Judgment. You be the emperor over your world. You need to make a major decision. You're being called to make a decision here. Also, this 4 of Pentacles about somebody strongly holding on to you. There's a new beginning here. The Fool card slid out over here. 2 of Wands. For some of you, yeah, 9 of Wands. You need to be in your strength energy. Because there's a strong 9 of Wands energy. Ace of Cups. You have a decision to make about love here. Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups. Okay. That 9 of Wands, Ace of Cups. Someone's in that immature play, want to have fun energy. But if somebody is still holding on to addictions, they're still going to be controlled by the devil. So for some of you, divine partner or not, if they can't pass the test, they keep getting controlled. Gotta go. They can't come with you. Yeah. Clarify, let's clarify 9 of Wands. The Magician and 6 of Wands. You have victory over all these obstacles. They can't set traps for you anymore. Not with the lover, not with the family member, not with anything. Not even with fear. That's why you've broken this magic. And you're reversing all that being magic right back on them. That's why you have options, baby. I feel you always have options, right? Lovers. You have a choice of lovers here. You have a new lover here. Because you were always going to have a backup plan, and you were always going to have somebody that the enemy did not know about. I'm doing a reading. I'm almost done. Okay, I'm almost done. Shh. You were always going to have a lover that they weren't going to know about. 4 of Wands. Clarify 10 of Pentacles. King of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. That's clarifying this 10 of Pentacles. So, alright. Wow, I just realized, dude, there's a snake. He's holding a snake in his hand. King of Wands is. The King of Pentacles is a snake. That was somebody, you know, using magic, maybe trying to control you with money resources. But this King of Wands, this is someone that's like mastered. I know this is how I'm reading it. I've never read it this way before, but he's holding that snake in his hand, and then he's holding fire over here. This King of Wands, like, is one control over something. Something with those fire signs and mastering magic, right? Having that passion, right? Like, I know if I didn't have all my fire placements to protect my sweet, loving water sign energy. I wouldn't have made it this far. I would not have made it this far if I didn't have all this fire. They knew exactly what they were doing when they created me. Let me tell you what. Love and light to all of you. That's the reading I had for you. Definitely watch how we feel guided to. But I would take a look at my readings in threes, as the readings do build off each other. They go together. This one's definitely going together with the, I feel, with the sacrifice. I mean, if you don't resonate with the sacrifice part, then leave that part out. But somebody, like, that's part one, part two. We'll see what comes later. Oh my gosh. What I just heard in my head, like, I don't want to share, but I'm going to for somebody. I just heard that little nursery rhyme. Something about in a tree, which is interesting because this is under the oak tarot. But that song where it's like, first comes this, second comes sex, third comes baby and a baby carriage. What? And I've been seeing bottles of formula everywhere, like baby formula. Like, I don't know if recently there was like it back on the market. I remember hearing how tragic it was, and they were putting stuff in it, and the shelves were cleared of formula. You know, I remember just thinking, like, how are they feeding their babies, like the ones that rely, so much on that. And so I remember there was a lot recalled, right, for a long time. And then, so I don't know if something's happened, but that's why I was like, oh look, there's formula here, and like I had seen like formula, like Family Dollar, they had the at the register, and like all these, and I seen a bunch on clearance at Walmart, and I was just like, why am I seeing formula everywhere? I don't know. It's for somebody. I don't know. Love and light to all of you.